Hello everyone! Today I wanted to share with you my March favorites. This is my first favorites video and I haven't decided if I wanted to categorize my favorites and bring to you the same types of things every month, or if I just wanted to tell you in general what my favorite things all are. I'm sure I'll figure that out along the way, but for now I'm just gonna list them all rapid fire style. So the first favorite I wanted to share with you is my winter coat. I actually got it from the thrift store this past fall and I just loved it. I loved the earth tones and how warm it was, and I thought that the shade of purple was really unique and it fits me really well. I don't think I can show it all on camera, but it has like a nice little curve in at the waist and it feels light, but it's actually pretty heavy. So it was love at first sight, and it has done me so well this month because randomly March decided to be the month that we were actually going to have winter. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, so this coat is doing me pretty great and I love it. So this is my favorite product for the month of March. I even kept the packaging because I think it's absolutely beautiful and I knew I was gonna have to share at least that at some point. I mean, look at the side and it's all shimmery and gold. I don't know if you all can see it, but Pacifica just spares no expense at gorgeous recyclable packaging. But this is their Dreamy Youth Day and Night Serum. It comes in this little pump tube and I use about 2 pumps and then that covers my whole face unless my skin's extra dry, and then I use 3. I bought this at the end of last month and it's still rolling with me, so I feel like I've gotten a pretty good bang with my buck. It smells great and it's nice and gentle and it's cruelty free as always. And my favorite food this month, which I know is a love it or hate it kind of food, is olives, specifically Kalamata olives. So as a kid I always thought I hated olives. I picked them off my pizza, I pushed them to the side, didn't eat them on anything, and then one day I decided to eat the Mediterranean salad at Panera, and oh my god, my whole life changed. I went to Wegmans the next day and bought every olive in the olive bar just because I didn't know anything about olives, so I didn't know which olives were on it, and it was the Kalamata olives, although I still have not met an olive that I don't like. They're just salty and delicious. I like eating them with pretzel crisps and hummus. That's become my favorite snack, and it's just, why? Why did I not eat them as a kid? Why did I prejudge them? I could have been eating olives my whole life. I'm just so disappointed in myself, but I'm happy I eventually saw the light. So this month I have been trying to get into podcasts. It's not that I didn't like them, I just never really thought about them, but I am trying to change that because I think that they're very interesting. And my favorite one this month, it has been Jesus and Yoga. So obviously if you are not a Christian and you don't like yoga, this is probably not going to be the podcast for you. But if you are, I really like it. And even if you're not a yogi per se, if you are a Christian and you find that you really are craving that sense of tribe and like you value self-care and community, it might be something worth it for you to check out. I have really liked it. These women refer to themselves as the Jesus and Yoga tribe, and I'm not sure how many of them there are because I am only on episode like 4 or 5, but it's been a different person every episode. So they share who gets to do which podcast episode, and some of them it's more meditative, some of it's more sermon style, some is just, I guess, discussing specific topics, and it's just a really interesting take. I've really been liking it a lot so far. The only thing about the podcast is that they actually decided that they were not going to continue it this year because they all had different things they wanted to pursue in their life. So if you start the podcast, just know those like 30 or 40 episodes are all that we get. But I still think it's worth it to check out if it's something that interests you. So my favorite YouTube channel this month, and I feel like this is kind of a cop-out because I definitely mentioned her in one of my previous YouTube videos, but my absolute favorite YouTuber this month has been Verena from My Green Closet. I just think that this month in particular, she has just been really hitting it. I just love everything that she talks about. She talks about sustainability, particularly in the fashion industry because that's what she is educated in, and about living more minimally and conscious consumerism and voting with your dollar, social justice. She shares lots of fair trade brands and videos about how to dye your own clothing, how to stitch your own clothing, and I just think she is just a breath of fresh air and just everything that I am interested in, and she has been particularly great this month. So definitely check out her channel. I will link it in the description box below. And finally, my favorite documentary this month has been the documentary Sustainability. It is on Netflix. I think it's a super great and important documentary that talks about the farming industry, mostly the mass-produced farming that we have going on versus small local farming and organic farming, and how to be more sustainable with that. There's a lot of history about farming in the past versus farming now. It follows not only a family of farmers, but it follows a couple of restaurant owners and chefs, so I think that's really interesting. And it's a very beautiful, aesthetic documentary, so that in itself, I think the cinematography personally is worth seeing. But I think it's really awesome, and it's a very good documentary for if you're new to any sort of sustainable living, any sort of green practices, just trying to figure out what all of that means. I think it really covers that very well, and I think it's definitely worth watching. Alright, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you again for watching my channel. As always, if you like this type of video, give me a thumbs up, leave comments below as to what type of videos you would like to see from me in the future. If you like me a lot, then subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day. Hello everyone!